What's going on, everyone? I'm Luis Ortiz, and today we got the Lone Star Grillz up and running. It's the 24x40, and it's been a bit since we fired up, man. I need to get my hair did, bro. It's getting a little thick, you know what I mean? Anyways, it's been a bit since I fired this thing up, but you know what? Today's the day. We're gonna go ahead and do the foil boat with the sous vide rest. That's gonna be the key right there. We don't plan on eating today. It's gonna be for tomorrow. So I'm planning to be done with this thing by around 8 p.m. or so, give or take. And if that's the case, then we'll go ahead and rest it overnight and we'll have it for lunch tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Alrighty, folks. So what we got here, some Snake River Farms. This is the black grade. Sean, you already know what the deal is. So let's go ahead and remove this thing. And there we go. Get rid of some of this fat right over here. Shape it up a little bit. Let's go with the backside. So this part is a little bit on the thin side. So we're probably gonna make a shape from right here to about right over here. I ended up scalping it here a little bit, but that's all right. We still got a really nice fat cap right over here, so not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and get started with the pepper first. So we're gonna go a little on the heavy side for the pepper. I think that's pretty good. Lowry seasoning, guys. Guys, I know this already got, this is pretty famous from John Lewis. And I gotta tell you, man, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this flavor profile. Not with the Lowry seasoning. I just give it a little bit of a hint, not a whole lot, just a hint of it, like this. It's a very big piece of meat, so it's not going to be over salty, but you don't want it to overpower the meat either. And now let's go ahead and hit it with some of that Lowry seasoning. There we go. We'll let this sit overnight, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. So the Inkbird says that we are in the 220s. This is reading 200. This side is reading about 210, give or take. So let's go ahead and put it in. This brisket is gonna go right here, right in the middle. Fat side is gonna be up because we're gonna do the foil boat method. Otherwise I'd do fat side down, but that's a whole different conversation. If you want to check out a video of the fat side up versus fat side down, we already made a video. Be sure to go ahead and check it out. But the point is going to be towards the fire. So this is going to be pretty good. Right now, side to side temps, they are within about 10 degrees of each other. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this thing right in here. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and drop it down. So we'll be back in a couple hours. I want to say maybe about 4 hours or so, give or take, and we'll be right back. Let's go ahead and check out our fire. It seems to be going down a little bit. It's all right, but could use another split. There we go. Sorry about that, gents. We got a little bit of wind here. Place that right over there. It's catching pretty good. There we go. All right, guys, we'll be back in a bit. We'll be back within, once we reach the stall, we'll go ahead and get back with you guys. Sorry about the wind, gents. We got like 35-mile-an-hour gusts here. Makes things so much difficult. Anyways, we just got through the stall. We were at the stall about 3.5 hours, give or take. Temperatures around the 250 range, give or take. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Look at that. Looking pretty good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the full boat. I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and put it back in. Let's go ahead and put it back in there. And we'll let it in there until it's nice and croak tender. We'll be back. Guys, you gotta take a look at this thing, man. Look at this. How's the fat? Ooh, it wants to give. Ooh, okay. Oh, burnt the hell out of my. But yeah, man, the fat is wanting to give, but I'll give it another 15 minutes and we'll see what's up. Let's go ahead and check it out. Fantastic. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's go ahead and take it out. Man, if that wind knocks that thing down while I'm trying to get this brisket and break my hand, I'm gonna be upset. All right, let's go ahead and take it out. Very, very careful. There we go, folks. Look at that. Ooh. You can see right over here where the fat wants to give in. So that's really, really, really good. The bark is really nice and set. So before we sous vide rest it, we're gonna let it sit out here for about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, and then we'll hit it with the sous vide and let it rest until tomorrow. Folks, so we have the brisket right over here. It's already been about 40 minutes, still a bit warm, but you know what? It is what it is. Now this, I already went ahead and I triple sealed it. Definitely don't want this thing to pop while it's in the sous vide. And there it is. Let's go ahead and do another seal on this thing, man. So what we have here is the Anova sous vide heater. I don't know what it's called, man. I'll be honest with you. And the Anova container as well. So let's go ahead and put it in here. I have it preset to 165 degrees, and that's where it's gonna stay. Ooh. We're gonna go ahead and bring this thing back tomorrow morning. I wanna say maybe between 12 to 16 hours. We'll see you then. So, according to the Anova, it's been resting for about 14 hours. I gotta tell you guys, this container is the standard Anova one, and this brisket is a 13 pounder. Honestly, I can probably end up fitting maybe a 14, maybe a 15 pound brisket. A 14 can do it, no problem. This was just a 13 pounder and it fit with room to spare. I'll go ahead and leave everything in here in the description below. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. It's been sitting at 165 the entire time, but for the past hour, it's been at 145. So there it is right there. Look at that, boys. Still has that really nice bark. Look at this. All right, let me go ahead and put it on the counter, and then let's go ahead and start doing some slices. Alrighty, boys. Using the pirate knife this time. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and open this thing up. I'm gonna save the juices right over here. See how that tastes. All right, moment of truth. Look at the bark on this thing. Guys, that was a success. It's not flaking off. Not flaking off. Remember on the last foil boat that I did, it was flaking off? I think it was because I ended up putting the pepper second instead of it first. Like on this one, I put the pepper first. It stuck real good. And then I did the Lorry seasoning. When it flaked off, I did the Lorry seasoning first and then the pepper. So I don't think it actually stuck to the meat. So pro tip right there, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and cut the points around right over here. Super tender. How's this look, guys? Let's go ahead and give it a slice. Man, this thing is very, very, very tender. Maybe too tender. This thing is very, very good. Super tender. Check it out. Wow. Let's get some of these end cuts right over here, guys. This is the flat. Ooh. See this, guys? Like nothing. I gotta tell you, man, this is probably one of the most tender briskets I've done. And the best thing about it is that the bark is not flaking off. Check that out. Let's see the pull. Oh man. Let's go for the point, guys. Ooh, this part has really good bark. Like nothing, guys. You know, I might like the flat a little bit better, mainly because it's not as rich. Wagyu, it's pretty rich, guys. But the flat, I don't know, it's kind of in between. Look at the bark on this one. Look at that, guys. Pulls right apart like nothing. You know what? I actually like this method. I really do. Finally got my hair did, guys. The sous vide method was fantastic. It was great. And if you guys saw the bark, it was probably the best bark that you could probably, well, that I have personally done. It was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it, right? And you saw how dark it was, and the fat was, you know, you could squeeze it just a little bit and it would just, you know, it would just kind of like melt, not melt, but you could just, it was completely rendered, right? Let's just say that. My biggest thing overall is that I think it might have been a little bit too tender, right? I've seen a lot of folks, including Chud, that I believe that they had said it was about 165 that they ended up setting up the temp to sous vide. But I think next time I'm gonna end up doing maybe about 145 to 150 because it might have been a little bit too tender, right? So, but that's an experiment for a different day. Overall, I really enjoyed it, and the greatest thing about it is that you can go ahead and do the entire cook. You can do it, you know, on whatever day, right? And you don't really have to be worried about having enough time to rest it before slicing. You can do it a day prior, right? And then be ready by lunchtime the following day or by dinner time, whichever way you want, you know, but it's going to stay at a nice consistent temperature throughout the entire time. And also, it's going to retain that bark fantastic, phenomenal. My biggest thing is just that, you know, I think it might have been a little bit too tender, right? And in one of those shots, you can see where I sliced it and it started, you know, coming apart. I didn't really enjoy that. I really didn't enjoy that a whole lot. And some people might like it, some people don't. I kind of want just a little, at least a little bit more tug than just falling apart, you know what I mean? But hey, you know, it is what it is. But other than that, man, I think it's a really good option. I don't have one of those warmers like a lot of people do, but you can get access to a sous vide pretty easy, right? I got all the stuff I got all my sous vide stuff from Amazon. I'll have the links in the description below. So it might be something worth trying, right? So give that a shot, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.